So, according to the articles that are out there, Mr. Julius Malema has officially been found guilty of the charges pertaining his when he was at the rally with his people over there, overly inserting themselves. It's a revolution. Hey, Azalan. Politics is dangerous. But I wanted to use this to speak about Ingwenya, Pastor Mboro. You'll remember that Pastor Mboro has his own case pertaining the use of a firearm. And I thought this case and the results of it, very interesting in my view. Very, very interesting. A strict reality show with the daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out over there. And so, the court has ruled that Julius was in violation of the law pertaining the entire jazz. She read, the judge read the judgment. It says it's his security that he took the firearm from. He was on stage, got excited, people are right there, he started shooting in the thing. You see, discharge of a firearm can carry with it serious consequences. There were times when people asked him, didn't you think you were in the wrong? And Julius' answer was always very interesting. There was a lot of pride. There was a lot of, I'm right, you are what?
It's none of your business. It's my business where I fire from. It's my event.
So he's been asked, don't you think it was irresponsible for you shooting when the public is there and you are shooting? It is no, it's none of your business.
I can even fire under the stage if you so wish. I decide how I'm going to perform it. It's none of your business. You have no business with how EFF conducts its business. As long as it's lawful and it doesn't violate any law.
Well, the judge says contrary.
Where do you come in? Unganapi? An incompetent, incoherent, inferior prosecution. You will not win with me. This act can be performed anywhere.
No. Just by the way, just in case, just firing a firearm. If you just walked out and you just fired a firearm, you can be arrested for that. He's misinformed about that when he said those claims. At a different time, when he was on the stage, he was saying, politics will be the death of you.
As a revolutionary, going to prison or death is a badge of honor.
At the cost of the people. Those rules are there for a reason. Because you revolutionary. But anyways, the reason why I wanted to bring this up alongside the subject matter of Pastor Mboro is that there was this look that they had, Pastor Mboro and his guard, as if by going out and claiming that the firearm that they used or that they were found with was a blank gun. Okay? Now, if they did fire that firearm, which the charges actually imply that, if you actually look it up here, it is clear that the other charges include the discharge of a firearm. This is an article from The Star, published a year ago by Ntombi Nkosi. That's what the article says. It says that there was a discharge and also a pointing, threats. And you see, so now, if you did that with a blanket, the law applies to you as it does a real firearm, because at that moment you used a blank gun with the intention of it being as if it's a real gun. When you point it, the other person doesn't know this is a blank gun. They took it as if this was. So the use case of that firearm now means the law applies to you. Now, if I'm saying it, you might not take it serious. So there was a case that came up. There was a situation that came up, and the police at the time were asked. There was a firearm that was shot, and now they clarified the law pertaining that. I want you to hear this clip here.
The view is that you stopped the taxi and recovered what appeared to be an illegal firearm. Did you manage to check whether that person had a license for that firearm?
Actually, it's a replica firearm. It's not the real firearm. The barrel is closed and it's using the blank ammunition. So it is not illegal to possess it. But
okay. So this case is a different case. It was pertaining police officers. It's not illegal to have a replica firearm. Yes, you can protection and whatnot. You know, you have a car, you see people, thugs, whatnot, you are able to, you understand. So now, he says it's not illegal to have one. But, what does the law say? If you used, now remember the issue is discharge. Okay? We've established the issue is that there was a possible discharge of a firearm, which means someone, exactly what Julius did. He's found guilty. Follow the story, ne? So what does the police, what does the SAPS representative say to I think, I can't remember what platform they were interviewing. I think it's Newsroom. What does he say in that case?
But it is illegal if you use it to commit a crime. Say you threaten somebody with it or you point somebody with it, then we can arrest you as if you have used the real gun.
If you used it with the intention of trying to scare someone, as if it's a real firearm. So now, in the case of Mboro, when they were going towards the cars, that's where a lot of people spoke about the subject matter of the discharge. It wasn't when they were in the school. Because he keeps speaking about that part. But it's what happened now when they got the kids. The kidnapping charges are one thing. The discharging of a firearm, which Julius has been found, he was found guilty over. Or that charge stuck on Julius, and Julius didn't even carry that gun. Julius just borrowed, and he took it back. So now, here, because you'll remember, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because you'll remember they were very proud at that moment. If you go back to the court videos, when the officer gave a statement that the firearms were actually blank guns, they were happy. They thought they were exonerated. You'll remember I made a video at that time, a year ago, and I said, I think they are misinformed. They don't understand. The law will still apply as though that was a real gun. That's what the law says. They will tell you that if you are buying a blank gun. They'll tell you. Should you ever use this thing as if, even if you just pointed at someone, the law applies to you as if that was. So, now, if you fired a blank gun in a crowd, the people are under the impression that that is a real gun. The charge lands, it hits. And so, I thought this was a very interesting story along the lines of the subject matter. The issue was discharge of a firearm. And so now, if gunpowder fired off a shot, now that's where the interesting aspect of it is that if the law applies to a firearm the same as a blank gun, if it was used with that intention, and one of the charges is that the gun was used as a threat, that tells you what? Mboro is not out of the woods. In case he thought he was out of the woods, he might still be in trouble. Apart from the subject matter of the kids and all that, because every time he talks, he keeps talking about that, because people are going to be sensitive about the kids. No, let's protect the kids. But if the law says the kids are under this person, and then they bring you up. So you see, this is why I wanted to bring it up here with this subject. It becomes very important to inform ourselves concerning this particular thing. Because when they were in court, when the subject matter of the gun being a blank firearm was mentioned, they were very excited. You don't know what tomorrow will bring. You do not know what tomorrow will bring. For me, there's a lot of politics that seeks to kind of like envelop a person's life that outside it they don't see anything. There are people who are so political, religion to them, it's a hindrance. That they become more political. Then there are people that go into business and they become more business. And then they leave aspects of their spiritual walk and all these things. So you can't talk Christian with these people because they are political. They are business. You can't talk Christian with them because to them it just doesn't fit, And these things can envelop people's lives to a point where there's no conversation you can have with a person. Imagine a Julius Malema, a person who's convicted that Julius is right. This is right. This is the way we must go. This is how they think of what South Africa should be like, should be structured like. There's someone who sits and believes that idea. And so whenever you see things like this, it's a reminder. Where do you stand? Where do you stand? We've said the spiritual growth of Mboro. I don't see it biblically. I don't see it. And so he has all this, like when he's speaking, even when he gives a speech, he will be quoting people saying that one, he quotes this one, the MMC, the SMC, Kuruleni that. Like he keeps saying all these things, and that does not mean you are out of the woods. The act itself. So I thought this charge of Julius having been found guilty, it tells you Mboro is not completely out of the woods. You can see. Static Reality Show, daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes down to the bit down in the pinned comments. I'm going to check you out over there. Keep yourself in check. Even when you think you are right, keep yourself in check. Be grounded. And what the best way to be grounded? God does that. It's Ricky. Other episodes down today, down in the pinned comments. Y'all tell me your thoughts down there, and I'm gonna see you on a later on episode on the news channel episode.